Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome back. Long time no see. We were here earlier. We were already full aware that it's going to be yet another race for the Bingo Tournament 2023. This time, Woolly versus MutantAura. It'll be very exciting. GZ, so I can actually just get some lovely OoT files like music. Get rid of equations. They are both ready. So, be going 10 seconds or so. Let's see here. I need to do this. Here we go. Oh, my cropping's a bit scuffed. We'll make do. Okay, we have a file name AC. As for the board, let's see here. What do we got? Oh, hello, consultant. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, how's it going?
Not much, just watching some bingo.
Sounds fun.
It's alright, it's alright. 9 songs in the middle. Pretty good.
And songs in general is very good. Been fired. Is there any back in time been fired? No.
Not really. Oh, we have a very quick row 5 click from Woolly.
Row 5?
Yeah, clicked row 5.
Interesting. Because usually I don't see many child Din's fire picks because
yeah,
it's kind of slow, and this doesn't have any synergy with like forest really, so that you could go back in time. So
the rest don't seem like that though. Like 1 skull from each child dungeon is pretty quick. 2 boss keys is very quick as well. Only other really long goal is like fire small keys.
Also, if you do child Din's fire, you don't have bow. I bet he's doing back in time for Spirit Temple.
Well, he'll have Din's fire, so.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, right. Didn't think about that. Yeah.
Mutant has yet to pick a row, but see what it looks like a little bit. Ah, yet again, some subtle color differences between the captures. Love to see it.
I wonder how many people use RetroTink as opposed to OSSC, as opposed to GV-USB, you know?
Yeah, it's so many different things that you can use, so it's hard to know really. My knowledge, neither Mutant nor Woolly use it, anything like that, so it's just capture cards being capture cards. And like, we have row 5 from Mutant as well, actually.
Is there something that we don't understand and it's just like a broken row or something, or
I don't think it's too slow. Like I think it's, if you're doing like child Dins, this is probably like the row to do it, and it's like not gonna be too bad, but nice to see both. It's a bit surprising. Yeah, nothing else really stood out. Mutant uses a HyperKing HDMI cable with an AverMedia 4K.
Is
Wow.
it an HDMI cable for your Wii?
I assume so.
Because I have like an adapter for my Wii, but then I just use component and like a retro tank for my Wii, which is better. Probably.
We do have the two normal boss keys, I suppose, like expected boss keys from WOLI, being fire and watered. Selected, I'm assuming that's what we're going to be seeing from Mutant as well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, Din's fire and like, I mean, there's a lot of synergy between Din's fire and map and comp. It's double ZL pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So,
You have double CL and you don't need bow, so you don't need any sort of trade quest or go to forest. It is actually pretty nice that way. It's just still like Child Din's is just long. It's a lot.
yeah, I mean, Child Din's, how long is it? Like, I feel like I've had rows where it's been like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it's Child CL plus going up, EMT, doing all that stuff, watching magic, going back. Like it's probably close to like 30, 35 minutes. I don't really have a good knowledge of roughly how long it is because it's very rare that you see it. Mutant breaking his stick, so Mutant will be doing back in time. Because he's not going to be getting bottom of the well choose here.
I do not like that play, personally.
I do think that this
he's-
is a Child Din's angle for sure.
Yeah, I think he's just going autopilot, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I think this
I
is
mean,
for sure. Child Din's is going to be faster. But it's also like, I don't blame him for not seeing it, I guess, because normally Din's is a back in time goal, I feel. But
yeah,
it's-
because like, because Child Din's is like so long, like you don't typically see people pick it, so unless it's back in time and it has like rusty switches or something, you know.
yeah.
I agree, like, but we don't know if WOLI is necessarily like gonna do bottom of the well choose either, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't know for sure yet. I'm assuming he will, because he saved a stick. But yeah, I mean, he could just save the stick for not wanting to do the West reasons. So it's also very fair and very possible.
Right.
Just a little race for the Cuckos here, and Mutant taking a little bit of a lead combined with the West. Because we're being a bit mean to WOLI there.
Yeah, I think he's more ahead of the Carpenter than Mutant
Yeah,
was.
it's a little bit.
Yeah.
Now I kind of just want them to play absolutely flawlessly from here on, so we can see so like how back in time actually goes.
Yeah, it'd be a good
I'm assuming WOLI isn't.
comparison.
'Cause yeah, I agree that it seems bad, but I mean, what do I know?
Yeah, because like in a row where it has like forest synergy or something, like it's obvious that like back in time is better, right?
Yeah,
But in this kind of row, like I don't know if we have those kind of timings. You know?
yeah, like these are like these are kind of weird timings to have because it's also Din's and Spirit map is, I feel like, almost never shows up. Like it's a very, very rare synergy to have to like be aware of.
Mm.
Because like you said like, oh, he won't like have bow for Spirit map, so that's awkward. It's like, oh well, I mean, he will have Din's, but that's also going to be pretty awkward for Mutant if he does back in time, right? Because then he'll either gets bow and does the map hover basically for no reason.
Well, he'll have
Or-
ice arrows.
Yeah, he'll have ice arrows, so he can do it, but
Oh, but you're saying Din's would be easier, right?
yeah, this would be easier, and I'm just curious if he's gonna end on Dins or like get Requiem, but that also seems
But
bad.
that's like an extra prelude and like
Yeah,
child bot skip that you would have to do.
yeah. So it just seems kind of
Um,
bad to do opt for. I don't know. I just think back in time here is you lose out on any upside of having Dins with Map Encompassing Spirit.
yeah. I mean, I guess if you're really fast at trade quests and like forest CS skip, it maybe could be okay, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan. I think Wooly is. This is getting choose. I'm assuming
Yeah,
this is Child CL.
I agree completely. Yeah. Pretty clean corpse push from
Yeah.
Wooly.
Yeah, but both will be getting ISOs for the boss key anyway, but I think having Dins already while going there, because Mutant's gonna have to do a whole extra trick in like the map hover, which it isn't like it's not a massive thing. It's not like you're doing a 3-minute hover or anything like that, but it's definitely it takes time as opposed to just jumping down and pressing a button, you know?
Well, it's also just like it's probably better to end on Dins rather than like
True,
doing like
it
uh,
is.
a prelude and then a dot skip and then going back to it all like probably 30 seconds or so. I don't know, 40.
Yeah, like I think in Mutant's case, like he's gonna have to end on Dins, otherwise it's really bad. But will he not getting
Oh, so
shields?
Wooly forgot the stick. He like reset immediately and then forgot he needed a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not like a huge issue.
He could he could have bought one in market, but
Uh, yeah, I guess he could have like clipped or something. Yeah.
yeah, the swordless clip is very fine and
I
not much
remember
risk.
I remember there like wasn't a good video that I could find at least using the YouTube search
Yeah.
for the swordless clip. I still don't know if there is one. Maybe Arthur has one now, but back in the day there wasn't. And so I did like the one that was like basically YOLO, and I could like never get it.
YOLO swordless is kind of rough. Hi Tito.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's a Neko video, yeah, but it's also like it's on YouTube, so good luck try finding it. Because YouTube search is not great videos.
Which is why we now have StratDB. Go to stratdb. What's it called? What's
I think it's
the name?
strat.db because it's Danny's like
Yeah.
domain.
Hmm.
Where's the strat.db though? Stratdb.app. Hey, is there a okay? Enter market bizarre clip swordless. There. Thank you, SVA.
Is it the good one though, or is it the YOLO-y one where you like hold like a weird upright angle?
Good question, I think.
Bonk his SVA? Okay.
Yeah, the bonk and like hold right target side up side roll is great. Yeah, different routes, and I think Mutant's route is significantly worse.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that from Wooly. Now if he fails the damage boost, he basically is kind of fucked and loses like a minute or two.
Yeah, yeah. Mutant's opting for back in time dins, which I think is a mistake in this row, because you with child dins you have dins for map encompass and spirit already, and you don't have to go back in time at all. So you skip an entire trip to forest. you don't need Quiver or anything, but Mutant's gonna need Quiver and also go back in time.
That was a weird ass setup for the seam walk from Wooly. So he pretty much gave up on
I do respect just saying like, yo, no, this was weird. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, if he misses this damage boost, it's pretty bad for Wooly. So taking damage
That's why
there was risky.
I used to do this. I used to damage down. And then Fanta was like, no, I just like damage down with choose because you have extra choose.
Yeah, you have so
anyways.
many spare choose.
So, yeah. It's not like GSR.
Yeah. And if you need more, you usually can RBA some.
Okay, but it looks like he's playing it like really safe with the damage boost.
That makes sense though. Just pause buffering the entire thing and playing it safe. Because if he knows there, like, yeah, if I fail this, it's very bad. So playing it safe makes sense.
Yeah. Fair. That is true. Dins does need a bit more choose than Saria. That is.
Yeah,
true.
it is a bit more, but like he's at 7. He could have used like 2 to damage down and still been okay.
Is shield better actually for Dins? Because then you can do like the Darunia room clip as opposed to doing like climbing up the mountain.
I think if you shield swim, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you also just go adult with Hylian shield and choose already, so you can go fast from the get-go as adults. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. No, Wooly's good. Wooly's good.
Wooly
Yo,
is like Wooly is pretty new to Bingo, but he's gotten pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He's better than me now, probably, because he's French or whatever.
No need for shield. Just has to Guernsey and Mega to Darunia. Can't see Deku worth. Mega to, how are you Mega to Darunia without shield, and how are you Hessing without? Or do you mean
What?
like that's the only uses for it? So it's not worth it? I still think it's...
Well, I'm saying, like, I think the clip from Darunia's room into Death Mountain Crater, doing that is maybe faster than doing like climbing up the mountain. Is what I'm saying.
You can clip
Oh, you can
without
clip
shield.
without shield.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I
a lot
guess
nicer with shield.
it also doesn't it like give you like a half a heart of damage if you don't clip with shield or
Yeah,
something.
you take
'Cause it's,
damage.
like, which is bad for climbing up.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see how this pans out. I do think I will stand by that. I do think Child CL, Child Dins is better here. But I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. You have to pay attention to, to every little tiny mistake now to see if we can cope at the end. See what happens. Yeah, the more I look at it, I kind of like this robot. The more I look at it, I mean, just happened to you. I didn't notice the Dins and Spirit map synergy at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good of a row it is, but yeah, I think it's one of those instances where like you just see Dins without forest synergy and you just assume it's bad.
Yeah.
But it's maybe not that bad in this instance.
I think it's pretty good because the other goals aren't
Yeah.
like very long at all. 2 boss keys is essentially free because you're going into fire anyway with small keys, and you're going over the spirit, so picking up ice arrows is very easy. Yeah, we are in seal and trade quest art, so let's have another look at the board. You say column 1 looks good, Jimmy. Does column 1 look good? 7 beans in this?
Um, I mean, I'm not very comfortable with 7 beans.
Me neither.
But I could see it being. I mean, to be
Holy.
fair. Oh, that is unfortunate.
If this was like 5 beans, then sure. I think column 1's great. 7, I feel like makes this really awkward. How do you route that with 30 skulls? You get 99 from bottom of the well, and then I guess just on the post Lost Woods
And also,
skulls, you just go up and
four
down the river.
different heart containers without like a lot of. So like, what heart containers do you get? So you
We
get
get Bongo,
obviously,
PG, DC, and Morpha.
DC, but Morpho's kind of awkward because you have to like you don't have Serenade, right?
And we can go there from Lost Woods, like from Forest, without too much hassle. Or
Yeah,
Goma.
I mean, I
yeah,
guess
Goma is probably better.
Yeah, Goma's maybe better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the 4 bosses there, I don't feel like are too bad. You get PG, because you're in Forest, and the other 3 are like, it's KD and Bongo, and then it's like Goma. And in this, I think it's Goma. So I think that's pretty good.
And I guess Deku gives you more skulls, I guess, too.
Yeah, and Forest.
Nice. And Forest.
Actually, yeah, column 1. It's the 7 beads that are just... Call 2? 10 songs with Rudo's letter, Goron bracelet, Child Swordswain. Is this a... You just do trade quests for songs and then go back in time and do all the child stuff? I don't know how I feel about it. This seems pretty... I guess you get Sarius, so you don't have to do Requiem, which is nice. Yeah, actually, that makes that nice.
Yeah, that has a lot of back in time synergy.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, because like you can literally just go back in time for Goron bracelet.
Yeah, you just get your
And-
songs and then do the fire keys and then you go back in time. Yeah, it's yeah. You have Serenade. Actually, yeah. Back in time, Serenade, Super Swim Gerudos. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Another... we thought we escaped the Saria song, 10 song rows. They just look different now. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good now that I look at it. Anyway, back to the actual rows. Got some Dampe. I'm talking to the guards.
Oh, that's interesting that he chose to not reset.
Yeah, that might be really bad for his time of day, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think it's faster, and I think it's problematic for time of day. I think it's slower, and it's gonna not great.
And plus, you talk to the guard for like 10 minutes there, right?
Well, showing the letter just takes a while. That's the main reason why it's slow. You get the entrance cutscene here, and it's... Okay, well, I guess time of day is gonna end up being okay, because it's gonna turn night and then gonna turn day again. Which,
Yeah,
I mean,
guess so.
isn't good, because ideally you skip this entire day cycle.
Well, technically, he's, well, I don't, yeah, is it gonna be like 90 seconds? Is it gonna turn day as soon as he exits magic?
No, it's gonna turn day as he's like climbing the wall. Or, oh, turn day? Ooh, oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
That doesn't work as child.
Yeah, so I don't know why he tried to jump there. I think he just by accident. He might actually. Okay, time of day is not going to be a problem because this was apparently pretty time of day heavy moving up here. Yeah, save warping
Well,
and going through Lost
I'm
Woods is definitely faster.
honestly, I just freaking hate climbing up this thing.
Oh, yeah. I think Wooly also does now.
Yeah. So like, I just always want to do the clip, but um, that requires shield because I don't know the good strat apparently because I only learned one good. I only learned one strat pretty much for
That's the
everything I
bingo
do.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Learn one strat, and if it works, it works. I joke, but I mean that it works fine. So it's a great way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, this could be pretty close. I mean, at a certain point, like, I don't know how much faster, like, doing legit legit CL as opposed to trade quest CL is.
Just for
Um,
CL, it's pretty same, right? Or is it? I think
or
it's
I
pretty
guess,
similar.
sorry, legit CL as opposed to, um, like, sorry, legit CL Din's Fire as opposed to Trade Quest CL back in time Din's Fire. I don't know how much time that saves and whether or not WooLi has already like lost that time save, you know?
Hmm. I think legit CL and Child One Dins is by far better
Right, but
in this row.
I don't because like WooLi lost some time here with
Yeah.
like the interesting routing for going through Kakariko
Hmm.
for Death Mountain Trail, and then he also lost time by failing the CS skip for ZL.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, is that like enough to erode that time save he has, or
I don't think so. I think this is faster by enough.
significantly faster?
I
You
think
think?
it's significantly faster. Maybe it's not.
Oh God, Mutant is very low on health
He'll.
with Mushroom.
Yeah, he's just gonna get the skull. Actually, moving through here, who had half a heart.
Luckily, he could just drink bugs. I would drink bugs if I was him, but
Oh, mutant.
oh
Need to
God.
blow up a wall here, mutant. See if the baby dongo eats it. Oh, oh. There's like 17 keys in here that want to murder him as well. I would honestly just throw a bomb against the wall. Does he want hearts? Oh my God.
Probably, yeah.
Hey, he gets one. Since they don't need soft or anything else, Charles CL should be like 215 faster. Yeah, I think so. That seems familiar.
Is that including Forest back in time stuff?
I don't think so, even, which is like just more time lost from Mutant. No? Or am I stupid?
Yeah,
Like,
including Forest. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because overall, I think Saw is faster.
yeah, Jimmy, what do you... you keep... Jimmy, you keep reading this thing. You're like the Patrick meme, where like we're showing you all the details. You're like, yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Trade Quest is better, no? No, that's the opposite.
I mean, yeah, like by itself, I think it was interesting. Like when Tomato was playing, um, you know, sometimes for like certain rows, like you know, 5 keys in Shadow, you would get Child ZL. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, Tim used to do that a lot. So
Yeah,
it worked out pretty
I
well for
don't.
him. He got pretty good.
Yeah, I
So.
mean, like at the end of the day, like the difference. I think Trade Quest is faster, to be honest.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you play well, it's like still like, you know, doesn't matter.
Oh.
Uh,
Lost his bugs. Well, this might be enough to make up. We'll see. Like this is gonna be.
was
that's
that
rough.
ESS? Was that ESSOI, or was that just like a?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because like, yeah, I've like failed ESSOI, and like I've like had bugs burrow before.
Yeah, I think he's lost more than 2 minutes because he watched CL cutscene as well,
Right.
and now he lost bugs and
then he
climbed up
rotted
to
weirdly.
magic. So it's an even race now, I suppose.
And this isn't, by the way, this isn't including like the time save he gets from like Din's synergy and Spirit, right?
Yeah, no, not. Oh no, Wooly! No.
What? Why?
Oh.
Yeah, you need to start like from more.
You don't. I think he's just not inputting stick fast enough.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's kind of weird.
You have to
like,
pull it
to
and
do
then
with...
press it. Oh, this is rough. Ooh.
I guess, yeah, you have to kind of press X and then Y in like quick succession. I feel like it's probably easier with N64 controller, but this is what I use.
It's also just like you can drop the bugs and catch them like right at the start, so that the first batch like digs, so that in case you like mess it up like this, you don't lose the OI bugs, you know, because they won't be digging immediately.
Right.
Yeah, like this. It's like drop and catch like immediately, then wait a little bit at the pedestal so these get a time to dig. Alright, wait. There we go. Okay. Ah, that's unfortunate though. That's such an annoying.
Yeah.
It's also gonna be super tilting, I assume, so right at the start as well. And if everything goes well, he's still gonna be adult by like 34, 30. He's gonna get Master Sword by like 34, 35 minutes, which is honestly, like from my initial guess, that's what I said was initial, and he's lost a lot of time through some of these mistakes.
Yeah,
So
I guess...
Child Dins is maybe just faster than what I expected.
I guess when I was doing Child Dins a while ago, I must have just been playing really badly, but that was like a few years ago at this point.
That's unfortunate though. It's a very tilting mistake to happen right at the start.
I mean, I guess I might have been doing Ocarina Dive too at the time.
Oh yeah, at the time that would be either Blank A or Ocarina Dive. Really the only options. Ocarina Dive adds a bit. Doesn't add that much though. Like that's like a minute 30. Nice little Goron tunic there. Immune. Gonna be going and doing a little like side up clip here. There we go. Questionable tunic. For 8 keys? Yeah, for 8 keys you don't really need Goron tunic, but it's nice to have. It's nice to have, especially if you don't want to like, if you want to get it right away and not really bother with any health routing shenanigans. But
Yeah, and I guess it's like really low effort to get if
Yeah.
you like RBA wallet.
Yeah,
So
it's very quick and easy to get. It's a bit slower, but suddenly fire becomes so much easier. So it might just end up being faster in the end because you don't have to like worry about not taking damage in the first room, getting a fairy and whatnot. Player skip after magic is probably good. You might also just want to do this like 80 style, where he's gonna come back to fire later and go to Jabu after magic, or Deku and Jabu. He's just leaving here, getting magic, and then jumping down, and play Bolero out of something.
yeah, I mean,
With Serenade Wine? I don't know. Comfort?
I don't think it's something you think about necessarily all the time when you're doing a bingo. If like
Yeah.
Bolero skip is good, you know, you just want to get Bolero and then get magic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he does have trade quest, and he doesn't really need Bolero as a warp song with oh. Nice waiting for the bugs as well, yeah. Yeah, you could opt to just go to fire now and then play Serenade out of fire. And from Serenade go... Well, Serenade or Minuet go to... And he has Minuet as well. So I think getting Bolero is... You can just skip Bolero together. He has Minuet and Serenade. It's
No,
fair,
I mean,
but...
I think
Yeah,
I
it's
think
necessary.
walking from Minuet or Serenade to Fire is like pretty slow compared to getting Bolero. So I think getting just doing the Mega after Magic is probably the play, or getting Bolero.
I still think just skipping Bolero altogether is probably best, because like with this route he wants Minuet earlier anyway, so skipping Bolero is very fine. I think he's just kind of autopiloting getting all the warp songs, because I also think he just kind of autopiloted Trade Quest and Back in Time. But it seems he's warp songing out of here.
Probably to
Probably.
Shadow?
Yeah. Yeah, as unfortunate as the start was for WOLI, it has made this a bit interesting. WOLI is... I mean, they're gonna be doing like the same stuff, it's just Mutant just has Trade Quest warp songs to work with, but I don't know if they help that much.
How much time does the new bomb push save over like the old like bomb push?
3.5 seconds, it's a lot. And it's also a lot easier. The non-initial for it is also super good.
No.
Because you just target like the wall next to the corner, side up to the warp pedestal, 2 ESS and then 2 side ups down. And you're in position. It's super good. It's a really good strat.
See, in speedrun terms, like, I feel like, you know, like an actual RTA speedrun, like, that means a lot. But for a bingo, I feel like I'd just be like, fall back on comfort.
It's also easier than the other strat, though.
Well, I saw you having trouble with it at first, but maybe, like, once you did it a couple of times.
Yeah, that's because I learned a new strat.
Yeah, right.
Still inconsistent for you, Link? It's very... there's some parts of it, like, you can't pull the first bomb right as you land. his Link's like settling animation needs to happen. And you also can't target the wall like before you've dropped the third bomb and let it land. Because if you like target the wall a bit too early, you shift Link's position a bit and you can't push bombs a bit. But other than that, like any inconsistency is just going to be the same inconsistency you have with the other strats, aka like side-hopping up slopes and whatnot. Which is always going to be an issue with the bomb push strat. You're side-hopping up the stairs. But yeah, my main issue was just rushing the inputs and trying to target the wall too early. I do think the non-initial is just great. You should learn the non-initial version of it, if anything. Because it's way better than any other non-initial setup. Oh, mutant. Getting lucky.
Gotta have 40 bombs.
He's already gone above expected. I do find it funny, just how like it works out that since you have an uneven amount of patches. Because it's a 50-50 whether you get a bomb drop from one patch. So if you get 2 bomb pops from 3 patches, you're above average. But it still feels kind of bad, because it's like, oh, only 2 drops. But it's technically above expected. And it feels really bad if you get 1, but it's like, it's as likely as getting 2. Yeah, there's a lot. I like the one counted for. Luckily, all his VODs are up, and Arthur has a tutorial for it. So there's a lot of resources for that one. A mutant on his way to Jabu. I hate side-hopping. You're adults, just backwalk. Please. What if you do it like mutant? Goes for. How's it what getting it? He's really frame advancing every part of this trick.
A lot of over buffering, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh. You can let like 5 frames pass here. You don't need to just. Bingo player can't unequip bombs with no trade quest route. True. True. Keeping hovers here. Well, I guess it's fine for.
Oh, is this one faster? I guess this one is faster.
Yeah, this one's.
I guess I've been doing the slow one this entire time.
Well, now it's slower. Because he failed the switch game.
Just a frame perfect input. Easy.
Now we would have been better off getting it. Also now. Didn't do the. Yeah, bottom one is also fail proof. Top one has some things you can stop. Alright. Well, WOLI getting use of his fairy, I suppose.
Oh my god. unfortunate. How do you get damaged down so much? Was the
Dude,
flame?
just stamping, being mean.
Damn. Is he gonna go back? He's gonna go back.
He's going back.
Alright. Yeah, of course.
When he opened the wall, like, might as well, I suppose. I think it's probably better to do it after Shadow, though. And he can also Death Warp after Shadow.
I guess no one's made a timing for like what is faster, like duping bugs over nuts or something, or and selling bugs and then buying fairy or like shield crave.
I think since he has CL, like just using the Gossip Stone after Shadow should be the fastest. Unless he...
Yeah, that's probably true.
Oh, he equipped over bombs. Oh no. Also, downside of doing Moon's gonna have to burn a lot of magic to do it, which isn't too bad, but ooh.
Worst is when you have to like burn all your magic with like double magic. It's
Oh,
the freaking worst.
Ooh.
I've heard of this thing called like the slang drain. I don't know
Yeah,
what
it's
that
a
is.
thing. I don't really understand how it works, but it's a thing. Don't really know how to do it though.
Mm.
Yes, Jen Slang, I'm sure he'll be happy to explain. Oh, well, he could have skipped towers, yeah.
Yeah, if you want
If
to
you want to
do
do,
Jabu
you want to
with
fold some
sock
socks.
holder.
Fold some socks, it's probably good. I'm really lazy about folding socks. I never do it. But it does come up a fair bit where it's useful.
Yeah, I mean, I did it once for OMS, but I don't really have a good cue for the angle
Oh,
on
yeah.
my stick, so...
I think it's pretty good, actually. I think the strat's completely fine. It's only like
Yeah.
that part which is a bit awkward, but once you like get a good idea of that, it is something you need to like practice though. To like remind yourself of how to do it.
Someone was telling me a good cue for the angle, but I completely forgot it. That's true. No logic would make you good at it. I miss doing Morando.
Pop setup in real run? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be seeing that. The Danny, like, no hover boots bomb setup to enter Jabu. If a better setup is found, maybe, but it's really rough. But Danny's also a fake and a fraud, so I don't trust that.
Is he trying to play a song here?
No, he's just
no,
duping
he's
over
still
ice arrows.
duping.
Get the arrow chest.
Yeah.
Warping out. 2 Hess here from Wally. Will he get the stair? Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Look at that.
beautiful.
Look at that gamer. Oh, no
Did he
intro
just-
cutscene as well?
Did he just normal Chuhas?
I think he did it
Or
off a
did he-
bush near the sign.
Oh, that's what you do in like Nocturne RTA.
Yeah. Wally has done turn a fair bit, so.
I've done that before, but a little hard. Getting down what's hardest is like getting down the stairs by Anju, or Kako Lady, or whatever you want to call her. Because if you get the wrong angle, you just like stop hessing.
Yep.
Also, just hessing off a bush is kind of hard. Man,
One more frame for Wooly. And Mutant unfortunately making it across. I really want Mutant to lose this.
so you can be buddies with him,
I want
like not being in the
to.
tournament anymore.
Yeah,
Isn't it
I
funny
bet.
when
I bet you want him to win the entire thing, though.
me?
Yeah, because
I don't think I had like oh, I want Mutant to win the entire. Oh, so
yeah,
like
yeah, because then you can say that you're like actually like you're technically like better than Mutant as well. So technically, you won the entire thing. You know.
I'm technically. I don't think I'm technically better than Mutant.
I think you could say that. The only one who would dispute that is Mutant. We all know that he's a narcissistic freak. So
Especially now. I'm like
yeah,
pretty
especially now.
outsized.
It's kind of really annoying about it. Ugh. Okay. It's okay. We're allowed to say this. He's given me the okay to bully him. Oh, bully, no.
I'd say my strength as a bingo player is that like I have a weird memory of like a bunch of different strats, like
Mhm.
obscure strats. But my problem is that like I don't really go for comfort as much because I just like to YOLO a bunch of stuff for fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's so as a result I get like really shitty times, which is kind of like you to be honest.
Yeah.
You try stuff that's like not in your comfort zone.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
play bingo to have fun, so mess around with
Right,
stuff.
exactly. Yeah. But then I also forfeit a lot as a result because I just get really tilted from failing stuff even though I haven't practiced it.
Oh, Wally. There we go. Oh, yeah, Mutant is in Spirit Temple. We will be getting these shortly. The map and compass. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this actually pans out, because I think Mutant is ahead, but I feel like he really shouldn't. I don't know. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean,
though.
I guess it just kind of comes to like down to experience. You know, I doubt. You know, like Mutant's probably pretty practiced
Yeah,
at like
he's
Trade Quest,
yeah.
right?
Say what you want about
And
his route. He's doing stuff he's very comfortable doing, so
right,
that's just gonna make it smoother.
and then Wooly hasn't been doing bingo that long, and in addition to that, he's doing stuff that he probably. I mean, when do you practice like Child Dints Fire? You know.
Ooh, nice. Little bomb clip there.
I didn't know that existed. That's like pretty much like the Ganon's Castle one.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing. You can do it to if you want to like damage down a bit for the death cutscene skip here. Nice way to do it.
Or you could just damage down with egg, even though you don't need egg, like runner guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never know when you need an egg. Great protein. All right. Compass for Mutant. Like, here's also the weird thing, because Wally will he can just skip going to forest altogether. So I'm assuming he's just gonna do Deku and Jabu now, and then go back to fire, I assume.
He's not doing Deku though. Interesting.
Hmm. I don't know when he's gonna be doing Deku then.
Maybe did he get Bolero?
Yeah,
I think he got Bolero.
he got
so
Bolero.
just-
It's not too
I
bad
don't
to
know.
go to Deku from Bolero, but
Yeah. I mean, I guess it is kind of long to like walk from Deku all the way to like the whatever it's called, the entrance to Zora's River from
Yeah.
Lost Woods.
yeah,
So-
it's not too much of a difference. Oh, Mutant is draining his magic. And this is also something that Wooly will not have to do. I will bring it up every time, yes. I think Shroud is better. He remembers how to do this. This looks good. Alright. Could be good. There we go. Alright, nice. That's Mutant's first goal. Mapping compass in Spirit Temple.
Yeah, now they're good. Pretty clean enter Jabu from like both of them.
Yeah.
It's very unlike me, where I like fail enter Jabu like 5 times.
Interjob is one of those tricks that, like, as annoying as it is, it should be like on the practice regime for like every bingo, because it comes up so often where it's good. Mutant
Yeah,
did pause
Mutant
like
did,
10 times.
yeah.
This is true. Damage buffering for some reason. And here, does it go in the forest? What? Save warping?
Interesting choice. That's,
He wants to Bolero, so... Hey. I'm curious. He's just gonna save warp and realize that, oh yeah, I want to play Bolero. Oh, double save warping? Going to Spirit now?
okay. I
Sure.
guess that's fine. Yeah.
It's fine. Doesn't change too much.
Think of how much time he would save if he played N64 with that double save warp.
It's insane.
It's insane. It's like 10 seconds.
Yeah, he would have to double save warp out of somewhere, so this is... Well... yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it's... yeah, because the skull in Deku... So, like, you can't really get out of Deku fast. You would also be a double save warp. Yeah, you can end in fire. You just trade like an extra Bolero versus ending double save warp. Yeah, it's yeah, it doesn't really matter where you end, but judging from this, it's looking like a Fire Temple end. And yeah, Triforce, I think this row is pretty good, especially with Child Dents.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, how much time do they have left, really? Like,
Just going to Spirit, going to Deku, and then doing stuff in Fire. Because Mutant also needs to go to Deku, which I'm assuming he's gonna do from Force Temple cutscene skip.
and how long is fire?
8 small keys in Fire?
10 minutes?
Some ish. It's what, like 8 minutes to get Hammer? And 8 keys isn't much different.
Longer. Well, I mean, well, it's 8 minutes to get hammer, but you have to get like all of the keys. So it's, I think 10 minutes or even a little more is probably a good estimate, because
I don't think it's too much more, because with BK I think it's like 8 minutes, because you don't need Hammer for the small keys. You can weird shot to the last one.
That's true.
But you have extra movement in the Boulder Mace room. but that's really it. So you trade Boulder Maze movement to climb to hammer, really. So I think it's pretty similar to the time it takes to get hammer.
Honestly, it's probably, maybe I'm just throwing this out there as an intuition, probably like around a 120-ish for each of them.
Yeah, I
I
think
would
that's
assume.
going to be close. Ooh, nice cutting skip from Mutant there. Wooly getting the weird shot out.
I think
That's going to reach.
Mutant is just losing a bunch of time to his route, and then Wooly just lost a
Yeah,
bunch of time otherwise.
yeah. I think Mutant's ahead. Unfortunately. I mean, it is kind of unfortunate because Wooly had some very rough mistakes early on that just cost too much time.
What's interesting about Bingo is that you can have like the amazing route ideas. Like you can lose a bunch of time to just like, I've had times where I've like routed really poorly and executed fine and lost a bunch of time to routing poorly, right?
Yeah.
And then I've had times where I've routed fine. And I guess it's a hard comparison to make because like different rows are like, you know, harder or easier to route, you know? It's a hard comparison to make. But like in this case it was like one decision that really made the difference, you know? Sometimes
Yeah.
it's a lot of decisions that like compile on top of each other. In this case it was like one decision, like doing trade quests instead of childs, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this closes out though, because yeah, Mutant doesn't. He doesn't really have like a lot left. He has this skull, and then it's Fire Temple and back in time. And Wooly still needs to go to Deku after finishing up Spirit. And then he also has the fire stuff. I forget Mutant does this to get the skull.
I think Gensling does it as well. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of bombs, is the
Yeah,
thing.
it's fair. Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh yeah. Tunic is good here for fire because like otherwise his health would be awkward.
Yeah, like you could still like make do without it, but it's a bit like it's very low commitment to get Tunic, and it just makes it so much easier. You don't have to worry about routing health or something like that.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna think of it. It's probably more like a 115 even or something for
It's like from here,
yeah,
it's like,
like
let's say 8 minutes to get the keys, and then he has to prelude skip RBA ice arrows and go and actually get Dins. It could be like 117, 118.
yeah.
113, 114, really? Sub 115? I mean, we'll see how fire goes. Yeah,
Imagine
it's a quick row.
Imagine if he did RBA and then time stopped with his RBA.
Oh yeah.
How much time that would save?
Yeah, like the route wasn't bad. Like, I just think Child CL is faster. Still, like, it's still fine. That's one of those things where like it's easy to get hung up on like what's optimal, quote unquote, versus just kind of playing with what you're comfortable with and what you know how to do well. Like playing for comfort is usually.
And in some rows, child is optimal, right? But like no one is really comfortable with child to the extent that they can get like really good times with it. Besides like Tob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just RBA to play Prelude is gonna be what he does.
Yeah, it was kind of a meme that he could time stop with RBA. I don't think I've seen anyone do that. Yeah, he doesn't have shield as child, so. Yeah, they're allowed to. It doesn't really change. It's not like it's cheating.
Yeah, it's not like it's like Rando or something where you get like info about the seed and whatnot. So, you're not allowed to watch a restream though, for
yeah,
like
we
any
would
like
we
help
would
or anything.
yeah. It's not like lockout either, I guess, where they could see what goals they were about to get.
Yeah. Wally? Not sure about where he wanted to go. Wally? Yeah. Yeah, you could do that, but it's usually like kind of rough to do, because you can, if you're behind, it's a bit rough to like switch to a route that you haven't committed stuff into. And if you're behind, then you can also just look at the other person and see like what route they're doing ish, and like adjust what you're doing.
Or you can just do a brain dead row, like my last match in the tourney last year against Gargoyle, and then just have a slightly worse route, but like mostly the same, because you didn't get rupees for silver scale, and just like lose off of that.
Nope.
Not salty at all.
Yeah. Why? No one would ever be salty about that.
Losing
Right.
with a sub 110 feels great, man. I was pretty salty about the format of the tournament this year as well, but it's fine. I mean, if I just played well, it like would have been fine. I think like Mutant's like 106. The fact that Mutant got that row just like really just fucked my tournament run pretty much.
I mean,
Like
sure.
if
You played with the same board, so you could have also picked it.
yeah, right. So I guess yeah. Sorry. The fact that Mutant got that row and then I didn't think to get that row because like, you know, sometimes you just don't have the knowledge that something is broken, you know?
Sure.
Anyways, I'm done. I'm done with this topic.
This is why we need anti-bingo. True. Like Nemesis bingo. Yeah, no, Fire Temple's long and Wooly is not in it yet, unfortunately. But it's like... I think Mutant is ahead by a decent chunk. Yeah, Dints isn't that long to get. Prelude skip, and then just walking over there, essentially. Oh, okay, no. I'm surprised that that Torchlight didn't aggro on him. I'm very surprised. My Mutant is now missing 3 keys. It's this and the other ground floor one, and then the center pillar one, or the left pillar one. I don't. One of the big pillar tower thing. Wolvie also climbing up the vines instead of hookshotting it.
Yeah.
They're choosing different skulls though. Wolvie getting this one. With Death Warrior? You need to play Bolero anyway.
Giga Brain. Or maybe he thinks he's Giga Braining.
Oh, he's RPAing here. Okay. I have the wrong boss key select for holding. Oh my god. Fixed. I was like, why is this fire boss key on the right? So yeah, it's Fire Temple versus Dins essentially here. Depending on... I think Mutant has this in the bag. That is his last key. Now it's an RBA and back in time.
Yeah, I think sub 115 was pretty realistic, actually. Yeah.
Surprised. Yeah, it means a decent chunk ahead. Ooh. Where are the bugs? Oh, they're there. Oh, oh, what?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Juke. He is. Okay, yeah, just do it unbuffered, I suppose. Oh, I prelude. Yeah, Wooly watched CO cutscene and he lost his bugs twice in the Din's Fairy Fountain. So he had to leave and go back in a lot. Which is very unfortunate. And I think the difference maker, unfortunately. Kinda sucks that it's like that early as well.
That's a weird thing about commentating bingos. It's like, you know, like someone makes like a couple of mistakes and you're like, okay, that's it. Bingo's over. Pack your bags.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. And like when you're in a tournament race, it's like, okay, like what's, I guess the point of it, the point of playing it out is just to like, you know, be a good sport or something, I guess.
Oh, oh my god. He made that with like half a second left.
Is he gonna make it here though?
I mean, he can get the fairy and
he can get the fairy and
get the fairy and like save warp. Does he realize? Oh, oh, he'll just get the other fairy. Get the other. He's fine. He's fine. It was like a weird flick, but maybe that worked. Yeah, I don't think he has the correct angle. Yeah. this. Oh, okay.
I guess is Beaton Splits like based on his like best bingo ever or something?
Yeah, he uses like the same split file. Shows on spread because it's behind the bingo.
I feel like I would just get tilted from that, like unnecessarily so, because like uh, every row is different in terms of like
Yeah.
what time you can get with it. So
Ah, we didn't think about the owl though. Surely this is enough. Okay. He remembered to select no.
what do you even do here? Can you skip with just sword?
Yeah,
Can you skip owl with just
you can
sword?
skip with the sword.
I did not know that one.
Maybe you can skip with no items. You can pause buffer.
Oh, he could die. That's true. Never mind.
Alright. And unless the same thing that happened to Woli happens to Mune, which it doesn't look like, gonna drop and catch right here. This is gonna be a lock for Mune. With a respectable time. Oh. There we go. That is gonna be GG's. With Woli not far behind, and considering what happened at the start, like that is... I feel like that says something. Is to say that Woli had an unfortunate start is underselling it heavily.
Yeah.
Alright, that is GG's from Ian with a 1:15 time. Yeah, Woli not far off at all. That's the older maze keys and then the center one. This was close as well. Like we had, man, both races today were very close. That just kind of got decided by fortunate stakes.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello,
Yeah,
Mune. Welcome back. GG's.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think that I should have got Ocarina.
Yeah. What do you think about not doing back in time?
I don't like it.
Even if I tell you it's like 4 minutes faster.
I don't know. I don't like ZL, legit ZL as child.
But you
and I
skipped
looked at
Forest
this-
Temple.
Yeah, I know, but I don't mind Phantom Ganon. It's kind of like a vibes thing, you know.
All right. Fair enough.
It's a
Fair enough, I suppose.
typical VC player, just like autopilot straight quest.
I mean, it kind of is. Like, I don't know. I don't enjoy child ZL, so I don't do child ZL.
Yeah. I mean, this was. I feel like
Um,
this was like case in point. Just like, one player doing what's like technically fastest, and the other playing doing what they're comfortable with executing wise. You know. Because he played well.
Yeah.
He played well. He did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of knew that this probably wasn't the way to play it because I don't really remember making any major mistakes.
Yeah. There weren't
I
any
mean,
really.
the row itself is not short, but like, yeah, I guess legit ZR would have been better, but I just didn't like this board, to be honest. This board was really bad. It had Zora's main skulls everywhere, which I don't like.
Yeah, all the good rows were like Sario rows. I think
Yeah.
TLBR as Musa was a good trade quest row.
TLBR. Yeah, I don't like child domain skulls.
Yeah.
So it's like all the ones I wanted to do had either beans, which I also hate, or domain skulls. So I was sort of looking at the board and going, well, row 5 is like the only thing on there. Like I don't really like Dins, but it was the worst of all evils. Sorry, the best of all evils.
The
But yeah,
lesser.
it is a domain skill issue, but you know, it's at least I'm self-aware.
Yeah, Wally with unfortunate death right there before the last key, so opts to forfeit, which, yeah, I mean, that's
That's a
completely
shame.
fair.
Yeah. So did he do legit ZL?
Yeah, he did Chance CL.
Right,
He, I mean, I'll see if he wants to pop into it.
Yeah,
Talk about
yeah.
himself.
Call 2 back in time. I guess.
Hello, Wooly.
Hey,
GG's.
GG's.
thank you. Yeah.
Man. I will say before you mauled, which I know you might want to do. I will say I think you played well, and you did I think you routed this very well. I will say.
Thank you.
So I think your route was very good.
Yeah, I think so too. But I'm just not used to child stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, like yeah, I was just playing bad today, like execution was. So yeah, that happens. It's OT.
It's OT. It's bingo. Shit happens.
Yeah, exactly.
It's how it be.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think the route with the like skipping back in time was pretty good. I think.
Yeah, it was nice because like dims for spirit map is also just it's a rare thing to see,
Yeah.
but it's very nice because you skip like you're messing around with like draining magic and getting arrows and skip forest entirely.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thought. And we also had a skull in DC, so the bomb bag was pretty good for trade quest skip.
Yep.
So yeah. So I
For
think
sure.
the route was good, but it was hard to execute for me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I also imagine like it was quite tilting like after the start. But,
Yeah.
no, I mean it still ended up being pretty close, like even at the end there. So I will say you were like one key off there right at the end, and
The fucking OI on the
yeah,
freaking mountain.
the
This one, oh my god.
oh high in
Yeah.
the Din's very fun.
OI hardest trick in the game, confirmed.
Yeah, with Deku Stick, I agree. Shit's rough.
Yeah, I had a muscle memory to press B every time. That fucked me up because I usually just do it with sword and yeah.
Yeah. Didn't Mutant do guards in his 106? Was it? No, I think it was back in time Sarius. So yes, Mutant did guards.
Yes, he did, yeah.
And here he is complaining about guards.
I don't like it.
Hmm?
I don't get the pushback on finding bingo enjoyable. Like, do you guys want to suffer? Like,
Yes, is that not why we're here?
no,
Just to suffer.
I don't know. I just think like if you're not going to enjoy a row because of it's optimal to play one way, then just don't play that way. Like,
Yeah, it's very fair.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't care about your time, then yeah, that's fine. If you're just like, I want to have fun doing the bingo, yeah.
I think you play better when you're having fun though. Like, I don't think
I
that
agree.
I don't think anyone plays better when they're like, oh man, I have to do this. Oh, I can't. I'm not looking forward to doing this. Oh man, like.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with that.
I guess, yeah, like, I probably have less aversion to Child ZL and have more fun with it. At least when it goes well. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I think if Trade Quest doesn't go well, like, I mess up the West or something, like, it's not that big of a deal, right? And if you mess up Child ZL, like, you fail guards 5 times, or you fail the ZL CS skip, it hurts a lot more. But when you do it well, it feels good, I feel. So, just my 2 bits on how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah,
it's how a lot of things are in this game, you know. So like, basically, what you're saying is like, so things that failing hurts less with are like more fun, basically, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I see
No, I
stuff
think
that's
that's a
more
very-
interesting as well. Like I just don't find watching multiple cutscenes in a row extremely interesting, and I think it kind of. I think like you play a bit and then you have to sit there for ages. And I think you never, because you're so stop-starty, you never really warm up in the early game. And I always play really badly if I don't like, if my early game isn't a lot of sort of warm-up movement. I think Trade Quest is really good for that.
Yeah.
It's almost a warm-up in itself, like. But
So I'm guessing you hate GSR basically.
yeah, it used to be really bad. It's kind of better now, I guess.
I will also say, like, especially like in bingos, like it's. I said this earlier when you weren't in Mutant and Woli. It's like playing what you're comfortable with and what you're used to doing and like what you enjoy doing versus playing the like technically optimal route. They're two very like different things, and you most likely will play better if you're not like super duper omega ultra practiced on every little thing in the game, just doing what you're comfortable with and what your instincts tell you to do, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess,
I mean-
yeah, as a speed runner or a very bad speed runner, I have fun like trying to go for like what's optimal, I guess. And then when I do actually do something that's optimal, it's like a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah.
Those few times I do it.
I agree.
Right.
That's also why my bingo median is like a 135 though. Yes,
Right,
I
That's
agree.
true. That's true for me when I'm not playing like a tournament race, because like if I see some crazy like Ganondorf forest trial like QPA stuff, it's like, oh man, that'd be really cool. But something that's really cool is not, in my opinion, a good tournament row. And I think there's a difference there for me personally. Like what I enjoy in tournament races versus what I enjoy if a DNF doesn't mean anything. If I can just have fun with it, because like I think that losing is definitely, and DNFing hurts more in tournament.
Yeah, for sure. But speaking of tournament and the bracket, unfortunately, Wooly, you meet the end
Yeah.
of the road. But hey, you made it further than me. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah,
Officially.
it wasn't even like I didn't think I was going to be qualifying in the first place. So getting to round 2 losers is really good for me. I'm really happy about this result.
Yeah, I mean, I think you played very well.
Thank you.
You should definitely feel happy about that. And you move on yet again. We're not allowed to break yet, and you will now live with playing versus the loser of a Moose and Garg. How do you feel, Mutant? What's up?
Well,
You-
that's unless I can whip out another 106, I think that might be a huge L. I think that might be where I'm out, but we'll see. I think that both of them are very good players, so that race itself is going to be great to watch.
Mhm.
But as far as I'm concerned, I think that because it doesn't even matter if I win that race, right? Because then it's EXO directly afterwards. So it's like the winner of the loser of Garg and Moose is not in a good place. Because you go immediately into EXO. So it's like
Hey, I mean, one of you potentially stops EXO's like Mango losers bracket run.
yeah.
You're versus the Mango of OoT Bingo right now.
I thought you hated Melee.
I do, but I know the references
Okay.
because I'm
Yeah.
surrounded by people who like
It's
Melee.
fucked up. It's fucked up. So
EXO Tom.
EXO going down so early is actually kind of BM. Like
PM.
entirety of, like RG did not deserve to go out that early. Like Just an insane upset. Like,
I mean, if you look at like the winner side right now, it is pretty insane. We have Alma Triforce, and we had T2 TKC just earlier today, and then we have Fanta Tob and Gargan Moose. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of insane. Like,
yeah. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, Duke. RG's out.
Yeah.
He got knocked down to losers by Triforce, and then
Lost to Exo.
Lost to Exo.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out there.
There's a lot of good gamers. Imagine if Duke and Tim were in this tourney, Moose. Yeah, imagine. Everyone would be in losers fighting for their life.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's what's interesting to think about. Like, I guess for me personally, it's like, yeah, you could like win a couple of matches or like get into bracket, but like,
And then you're in
feels
the
like-
fist fight versus like insane people. It's like, oh Jesus.
yeah, it's like, it feels like in order to like really put in like a good placing in this tournament, like some, you know, mental shift needs to happen where you just like find a way to get the consistency of like Fanta or like Exodus or Tob, you know, but
Mhm.
it's hard to kind of figure out that formula for what they do, you know. Sometimes you're just like, I just don't have the sauce, you know.
I
if
think
you
half
just-
of them play on Classic Controller Pro, so that's it.
True. That's true. I also think just like the general, like the median skill level is so high these days.
Yeah.
That's GZ,
Like,
I think.
Jeezy.
yeah, and also just the fact that if you play bingo, like it's almost selection bias, right? Because if you're playing bingo, you've probably done some RTA,
True.
and like most of the people that played bingo have played for a while. So I think it's just like the actual niche itself just gravitates towards people that have played for a while. So like the average person that you come up against in this tournament is probably going to be stacked. So it's like more often than not you're going to hit someone that might beat you.
I feel like though you could play a bunch of bingo. Like I felt like I played a bunch of bingos, but like I feel like you have to focus, practice, I guess, or focus on your practice bingos a lot, you know? Like I did
Play
24
more.
hours of bingo. I did 24 hours of bingo, right? But like spamming, it's like when I was playing tuba in high school. Yeah, like playing a bunch, yeah, you can play a bunch, but it's not as good as like playing the right stuff or focusing on the right stuff, you know?
And like consistently as well. It's like
Yeah.
you've got to think if you're playing if you're just doing ESMB all year, then that's probably better than just like
grinding 30
grinding
bingos
a whole
week.
week of bingo before. Like
Yeah.
just doing one a week just to keep your
It helped
level
me
there.
on one version to get a good seed into groups, and then I stopped grinding, and then I turned to shit. So yeah, case in
Yeah.
point, I got a good
Yeah.
seed going into the tourney, but actually in the tourney, I fell off.
Yeah, like I think I played better today than I did yesterday, even though my time's worse.
Mhm.
Just because I played yesterday. Like it's kind of insane the difference that I felt.
Mhm.
Because yesterday my route was better, but my gameplay was worse. But today my gameplay was a lot better, but my route was worse. But you feel the difference just even just playing on a somewhat regular basis. Your gameplay starts to click, and then from there it's just about learning the goals, I think.
I think so too. So yeah, play more bingo if you want to get good, I suppose. And like consistently. I mean, that's consistency is key, right?
Don't just bash out like every day for a week before tourney starts, because it's going to bite you. Because either you're going to burn out and then you're not going to. That's kind of what I did this year. I kind of did a bunch before the tournament, and then like in tourney, like I'm only playing my races.
Yeah.
So it's like you're having a week cooldown between each one, when realistically you probably should just be doing like one or two a week on top of your races to stay fresh. If you really want to go the distance, you know.
Mhm.
But it's easy to burn out if you just grind really early before. So, well, that's my advice. I'm gonna go get some food.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I don't have much else to add. Woolly consultant, anything you want to add?
No, I'm good. Thank you for the restream. Really
Thank
good
you.
as always.
Thank you for the race. It was great. I
Yeah,
loved
thanks for the
sitting-
race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm told it was very close because I made a shitload of routing errors and you apparently had a pretty poor early game, so it must have been.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the opposite. My routing was fine, but the execution was horrendous. But yeah, that's the bingo.
It's
yeah,
bingo.
that's bingo. Yeah.
It's bingo. Yeah. Thank you for the race. Thank you for joining me, consultant, and everyone for watching. And for upcoming matches, of Dotso Slang, which matters quite a bit. It's a losers round 1 match. The winner goes on to Big 8. The winner goes on to face Eggmeister. There we go. That was a mouthful. Who then the winner of that plays versus the loser of T2 TKC, which we saw earlier today. So there's a lot of matches coming up. A lot of matches coming. Then on Sunday we also have Alma versus Triforce, which is a terrifying matchup, honestly. I'm stressed about that. That's a scary one. And Link and Lake as well, 2 hours after that on Sunday. So Sunday's gonna be pretty stacked. Yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.
Good luck to all the runners for the future matches. Good luck to everyone.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.